What's going on, guys? This is Jason of Auglitical. I swim through politics so you don't drown too. I am just a man trying to bring common sense in a world where common sense isn't so common. So apparently, Trish Heyman has been on a fucking whirlwind. I think that this is probably where she sees herself going forward. Maybe she'll drop her music career, because let's be honest there. The Hive, the Trans Hive, whatever you want to call it, is absolutely going to try to ruin her music career if you step out. That's just how women get down. It's fucked up, but it is what it is. That monster, that I don't know what to call it, that woke monster, is going to make sure that your life is a living hell. So the smartest thing for you to do in this situation is adapt. Adapting means getting into politics. And if this is her getting into politics as a gay black woman, or lesbian, which is gay, I guess, then, well, so be it. Maybe people can sit there and be like, oh, it's more diversified. Maybe people in the LGBT will see, oh, there's a person who represents me. Maybe it'll help. Anyway, Trish Heyman says, I think TMZ did a wonderful job at giving us both a platform to speak our side. And I think anyone with eyes and ears and a mind can see that he is completely unhinged. To contrast, I am traumatized, he is having a party. This says everything we need to know about how women feel about what's happening. We're traumatized, they're having a party. Ooh, damn. So apparently TMZ did a video between the both of them. Let's get it. Let's get straight into it.
Well, joining us now is one of the people that that Tish says she confronted in the locker room. Her name is Alexis Black, and she's joining us now. Alexis, welcome to TMZ Live.
Hi.
Hey, Alexis. So we spoke with Tish, and she said when she came face to face with you, it was obvious to her you were a man. So, I don't want to get terribly graphic here, but can you kind of explain, how you appeared? Do you believe that she was reading something in that you didn't appear to be male? She perceived you to be such.
Well, first, I told the people that raised me that this is the way that I was when I was 8 years old, and really, I stuffed it down pretty deep, and I began using hormones this year in February, and I actually relinquished that information to her about, name change, and it says female on my ID, and hormones, and I'm registered as a female with the gym, so.
And were you at that moment, because she told us about a couple of different encounters, were you fully clothed at that moment?
Well, she has become aggressive with me on 4 different occasions, actually at different locations in Los Angeles at Gold's Gym. But, fully clothed. I believe I was enrobed in a towel on one occasion, and this last time I was clothed the entire time. Yeah.
Okay. Again, I apologize if this is too graphic, but I just think it's important.
Let's speak truth, baby.
Okay. Have you fully transitioned?
Be clearer when you say that.
Your genitalia.
Have you fully transitioned? Of course not. I mean, did this individual told this woman that girls like you like to see dick, right? Now, I can't validate if that's actually what this person said, but I know a little bit more about this story. We're going to get to that for sure. But again, crazy. Can you clarify what you mean? Come on, dog. I can see the vein. This person has more visceral veins, visible veins. This person's more vascular. Man, all right.
Oh, yeah.
That is a process that requires a quite lengthy work. Like, for instance, I sat in a chair and had hair follicles removed from my face for 2 hours yesterday in a process called electrolysis. In order to have that surgery down there, one must have every single hair done that. In order to do that, it would take a year or two to have that done. It's literally not even a possibility with where I am in my transition.
So look, from her perspective, I'm just wondering if you see her perspective. She's
Go
saying
ahead.
that she's looking at you, say, in a
I don't understand what getting hair removal surgery, or what do they call it, laser removal, has anything to do with being a woman. In fact, I know a pretty young thing, white girl, who got it done, and she said, beautiful girl, she said that shit burnt her face. Doesn't make her less of a woman. I would like to get laser hair removal, because I'm not a fan of having a mustache or a beard or whatever like this. I think as I get older, I'd rather have that. That does not make me less of a man. Did you chop the peener off? No. In fact, didn't Dylan Mulvaney do the same thing where, Dylan Mulvaney, 110 days of girlhood, and then tries to be as androgynistic as possible, right? Still have the best of both worlds, because let's be real, it's all just a grift, right? Because they've always been some frail, small, weird, fucking freakish theater kid. Come on now.
towel, and you still have male genitalia, and you may be transitioning, but could you understand her being uncomfortable?
Well, I certainly do not understand it, but I do get the notion of the fear mongering that she's perpetuating. The truth in the moment is far from what she is purporting it to be. Literally every time that she's done that, I've had women in the locker room comforting me because of how aggressive she was towards me.
So she was saying, why don't they have a third bathroom? Especially the gym you're talking about at the Beverly Center. That's been recently built. They had a layout that they could have adjusted, and they could have put a third locker room in. Do you think that would have been appropriate, or do you feel like you are as entitled to use the women's locker room just as Tish is?
That's a great question. I'm glad that she said it, that you have put it on the air. And the answer is that would necessitate two different ones, because some people trans MTF, some people go FTM. And so that's two rooms right there. You're not going to put a trans woman with a trans man just because we're trans. That seems like a new envelope of discrimination. But yeah, it's just like, I feel like this had to happen in order for people to learn about trans. It's a thing. We're here. We're going anywhere. We've been here for thousands of years. There's like 10 species of animals on Earth that do this too, just by the way, everybody. And but about the bathroom, am I entitled to it? I know that I'm a woman.
Am I entitled to it? I know that I'm a woman. Crazy. To answer the question, because this person's not scared of her, this person's trying to gaslight people, they would never go into a bathroom that was transgender exclusive. Because the whole idea that this person gets off on is going and making women feel uncomfortable. And yeah, you probably got some women out there who tries to comfort you in your delusions, but these are the same exact women that will walk down the street, get attacked by a mentally deranged individual, and when a man steps up and asks if they're okay or tries to protect them, will laugh in their face as though they're the ones who are dangerous or encroaching or threatening or wrong. Crazy.
Should they have built another one to necessitate building this room? People would have to have the level of comfortability within themselves that I do. Not everyone possesses this much self-feminine power. It doesn't happen. Not in this patriarchal system of which we.
There's that Communist Manifesto bullshit. There's the slop coming out. Again, communists will use the LGBT, Marxists will use the LGBT, hate men, hate the nuclear family, hate anything that protects your civilization and keeps it going, so that they can get the power and siphon the power to themselves. The same women that sits there and counsels this type of stupid, deranged delusion bullshit are the same women who voted 81% for fucking Zoran Mandami, which are the same women who are sitting there now trying to get their children out of schools and out of New York City, which is the same women that when shit hits the fan, they go to another state and ruin that state. Same women that'll sit there and counsel this individual are the same women that when they're getting the shit beaten out of them by these people, right? These freaks. When they're getting holes punched in their fucking skulls, just before it happens to you, will sit there and blame you for everything that's happening. Absolutely crazy.
We've been living for so long.
Okay, all right. Alexis, we appreciate you joining us. This is clearly going to be something that Golds is going to have to.
Well, a lot of gyms.
And a lot of gyms, yes.
Thanks for the time. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I've been kicked out of Planet Fitness and Crunch.
Okay.
It's almost like as though what you're doing, you shouldn't be doing. And you're aware you should not be doing it. Listen, if it was that legit, right? Just don't go to the fucking bathroom. I've gone to gyms and not hit the fucking bathroom. Hey, it is what it is. But, it gets better. From Sarah Fields. As a woman, I have always been. As a woman, I will always have listened to Tish's back. I saw this morning that the drug trafficking charge was released, but it's actually worse than that. Yes. So Alexis, whose actual name is Grant Friedman, has a drug charge and an assault charge on a woman, I believe. Let's look at it. Grant Friedman, the man who was found in a woman's locker room of Gold's Gym, was charged with 3 counts related to drugs, trafficking, possession, and failure to comply. He was also charged with a 3rd-degree felony for domestic violence and was convicted in November 2022. He spent 12 months in the Department of Corrections with a 290-day credit. The man spending time in the woman's locker room is a drug addict and a violent abuser. Color me surprised. Well now. And there's women counseling this man, and they feel so sympathetic. Your empathy is suicidal and it's gonna get us all fucking killed. Well now. And again, these people who get some type of position of power will always manage and always find their way around the most vulnerable to prey on them. This is what they do. This is all that they do. It is a pattern to this. And I feel so sorry for actual trans people, right? Who don't do this shit, that gotta go through this shit. But even they will tell you straight up and down, I am not a woman. Trans women who know better will sit there and say, I'm not a woman, and I understand that. They know they're not. If you go to fucking Thailand, I think that, what is it? They call themselves lady boys or whatever like that. As feminine as they want to pretend to be or whatever the fuck it is. And they'll tell you straight up, I am a lady boy. I am not a woman. I am not a woman. Maybe I can be something in between or something like that, but I am not a woman. They do not try to take away from the females. They don't do it. They respect females over there in that sense. This shit be crazy. Crazy. Is he a paid disruptor? You don't go from a woman beater to transformer overnight. He probably just hates women. Any man who insists on being in our intimate spaces is a predator, without exception. Do you agree to any woman that sits there and forces their way inside of male spaces? Same thing? Yeah? Listen up, girls. In the wild, female elephants are known as fierce protectors, and when one of their sisters are suffering, they circle up around her, they close in tight, watch guard, and even kick dust around her and mask her vulnerable set for predators. And yet, we are the same. This is who we are and who we are meant to be for each other. Sometimes we're the ones in the middle. Don't all elephants do that, though? I've seen elephants protect babies and injured elephants just the same way. This is who we are and who we are meant to be for each other. Sometimes we're the ones in the middle. Sometimes we're the ones kicking up dust in first love, but the circle remains. No, that's just hive speak. Get out of here, lady. We don't listen to the hive here. My question is, why wasn't he charged for being in a woman's locker room? Or is that a California thing? Nope, that's just woke policies in the gym. This is Gold's Gym, who's kicking female members out of their gym for. They must want to get the Bud Light treatment. He's also been kicked out of 2 other gyms. Sounds like the perfect criteria to erect a statue of him. Yeah, I lost a few friends over this type of crap. As a child, I was traumatized by 3 men. Will not go into details. So where are my rights at? Why can't I feel comfortable going into these spaces? This is all BS. I do not want a mentally ill man coming into my space and expecting me to just let it all happen. Well, you better get over your fear of men because only men can stop it. But they can only stop it when women allow them to stop it. And if women don't allow them to stop it, women are going to continue to suffer at the hands of mentally broken men who are only man in name, because everything else is a fucking fault or farce. Anyway, I'll catch you next time. Peace.